From the floor of the CME Group, this is Danny Riley on this Thursday, October 28th. The markets are much quieter than they were yesterday. With all that hoopla about QE2 and all that crap, it just didn't pan out. The market, the S&P, actually, after it sold off yesterday and I came on, it actually rallied back up like it did on Tuesday. Both days, the markets opened a little higher, sold off a little more, leveled off, back and filled, and then rallied. Now, today it's a little different story. We opened up a little higher and then sold off. We got down to the 75.80 level where our desk came out and said that the volume level came in at 75.5 and we thought you should buy them. The S&P acted in kind. It went up 4.5 handles up to the 1180.5 level and now just made a new low. We want to talk about something that came over the IM today, and as you all know that we've got a relationship with Option Monster, and we've got our own website now that's posting things and putting things up that people can come into. They can either join through Futures Monster or they can join through our website, which is MrTopStep.com. But what happened actually today was something very, very incredible. The largest local in the S&P pit clicked into our IM today, and his name's Mark Subotnick, Mizlo. He's very, very much like, I compared him on the IM today to what Tom Baldwin was in the bond pit many years ago, the largest local ever in the bonds. Both these guys and another guy by the name of Jeff Purcell, they had these kind of talents coming in. They didn't necessarily have to be great traders, but they had a knack for making money. And as they adapted to the marketplace, they caught on to different trading rules. And Mark said on the IM today, he said that he caught on to the 10-handle rule that we've came up with, that he caught on to the end of the month selling that we've been talking about. And all these little rules that kind of add up into the day, our day, that we include during the day to kind of figure out the markets. What the problem is, what he said on the IM is that he can't make money. He didn't come down here to make friends. He came down here to make millions of dollars. And he did that. And in fact, last year was his largest year. And I'm not going to tell you how much he made, but it was a huge, tall number. And that was during when the credit crisis was flaying back and forth and the S&P was going up and down and all over the place. And now the markets have settled down. After the big sell-off, they've gone gradually back up. And there's a lot of uncertainty that's played out into the market as it's gone up. We don't really know what's going to go on over the next couple of weeks, but in our equity report today, we pointed out what if? What if the market doesn't sell off going into the elections? What if the market doesn't sell off going into QE2? There's a big possibility here. And the way the price action has worked in the S&P is we go up, then we'll have a couple of days of sideways, and then we go up again and make another high. Now, over the last couple of days, we've come down and we've rallied, but we haven't made a lot of headway on the upside. But that said, the S&P is still only about 15 handles off its contract high of over 150, 180 handle rally. So with that in mind and going into the month end, and knowing that the mutual funds are taking some profits here, buying and selling the good ones, we kind of think that there's just a leveling off period here, that the markets are just going to remain quiet, and they may remain quiet in tomorrow also. But what we're going to be looking for is what the mutual funds and what type of volume is created going into the end of the quarter or end of the month for the mutuals and their year end. Going into the end of the day, we still think the markets are firm, despite the little sell-off that we just saw. Goldman Sachs is still higher in the day, and crude oil is reversed. The euro currency was up 170 a little while ago. We're in very thin markets here, and it's our guess as the small retail and people sell into this decline that they'll do what they always do. They'll put stops above the market, and we'll go back up a little bit later in the afternoon. Right now, we've only got about 1,000,001 minis traded. It's 11 o'clock Central Time, and about 300,000 of those was done pre-open in Globex. We'll be back tomorrow with another Mr. Top Step update.